Hello, good evening. My name is Alexander Hutchins, and this is my lab 3 for bonds. So, question number 1 is how many bonds are traded at this price? When I look up the symbol PFE 55888, and it comes out to 735,000. They traded that many bonds at this price of $99.65. Question number 2. We need to look at go on FINRA and under or through utilizing the fixed income security lookup. We're looking at the bond. This bond is for Pfizer, and the question asks, what is the coupon rate of this bond? And it comes out to 5.3%. So question number 4. We essentially need to choose 2 bonds using a screener to invest in. And what is our screening criteria? So, in order to find bonds that align with my investment strategy, I used the Markets Insider Bond Finder tool. I applied several key fillers to narrow down my search for suitable bonds. I started off with maturity. I opted for bonds that mature in more than 10 years, which provides a long-term investment horizon, ensuring I have exposure to stable long-duration bonds. As for yield, I focused on bonds with a yield of less than 5%, as this aligns with my preference for bonds offering moderate returns while keeping risks relatively low. Coupon-wise, the range I set for the coupon was between 5 and 10%. This ensures I'm looking at bonds that offer a solid interest payment, reflecting a reasonable balance between income generation and market demand. As far as Moody ratings, I set the filter to AAA rated bonds, which are the highest quality bonds with the lowest credit risk. This gives me confidence in the issuer's abilities to meet their obligations. As far as issuer, I focus on bonds issued in the USA, ensuring I'm selecting from the most stable and regulated market in the world. After applying these filters, I found 2 strong options, Johnson & Johnson and Microsoft bonds. These companies have solid financial backing, top-tier credit ratings, and align perfectly with my long-term investment goals. For question 5, essentially it asks if we've invested with stock tracked in a bond, and I have with Microsoft. As you can see here in my screenshot, I invested about $93,000, about 83 shares. Question number 5. What is the CUSIP? Oh, the bond CUSIP, yeah, for this specific Pfizer that you had given us, or we were given, and it is 716973AG7. For question 6, we needed to calculate the yield to maturity of this bond. And so after plugging this into my calculator, I got a total of 4.51. For question number 7, it asks us, what is the CUSIP of the bond issued by Walmart with the maturity date of December 15, 2022? And the CUSIP is 931142 DU4. So question number 8 is how many bonds issued by the company are listed in the system? For Tesla, there's 7. I forget what question this is, but what is the maturity date of this bond? Maturity date is 9/22/2031. We're looking at the US Treasury yield for today, and it is at 4.08%. What company's bond has the most active investment grade bond? This is AT&T, I'm pretty sure. And October 11th, the interest rate, the yield maturity rate was 5.38. And for 14, it was 4.45% on 7-Eleven, and dollar volume, investment grade.